Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Today I'm super uber mega excited to share the story of Greta and Charlotte on this very interesting medical drama that I just recently came across with. But before we get into further details and actually discuss everything, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and please let me know your personal opinion down below in the comments if you guys have watched the series as well. This series actually gained a lot of popularity in 2024, but I just recently came across it. So it's kind of new, but not brand new, but it is new to me because, like I said, I just recently watched it. And yes, at the beginning, I was kind of having difficulties to get into it, mainly because of the language, because it is a German, medical series drama. But I saw the storyline between Greta and Charlotte, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go look it out. I must see what it is giving because a lot of people have been commenting about it. So me, whenever there is a couple, I just have to go, give that support and also get my watch in. So that is exactly what I did when it came to their storyline as well. So we're gonna get into everything that happened between the two, the couple, the details, and just speak all overall of their whole relationship situationship that actually developed. So first and foremost, we're gonna start off with Greta. Greta is actually a nurse that helps the crew and gets immediately attracted to Charlotte, who is a doctor and in charge of the department where she works at. She's very friendly and very social because she's actually new to the hospital, so she wants to make friends, she wants to fit in, and she's very friendly, very smiley, very like a people's people, very social and all of that, which also got her a lot of attraction in the nurse, and also there's some way somehow how she could get closer in this case to Charlotte. On the other hand, we have Charlotte. She is a doctor that has a very strict personality. She's very serious, very professional. She doesn't have a lot of friends in the hospital. She's the boss. Everybody does what she says. She's very strict, like she doesn't smile with people. She's very serious. She's very all about her business. So obviously, they are two complete different people. But one thing about Charlotte, she's a very good doctor. All her patients loves her because of the professionality that she have and also the good relationship that she have and the caring that she have towards her patients. The series focuses on the intense and often emergency situations midwives faces, including high-risk births, and also require immediate intervention. And the doctor is actually, in a position to do interventions when it comes to this specific department of the hospital is actually Charlotte, and she has a whole team that works behind her, including Greta. So that's how they basically meet. They meet in the hospital. But Greta, as soon as she met, in this case Charlotte, it was, throughout a situation because of coffee, because in this case Greta finished the coffee and Charlotte kinda was upset the coffee was finished. So that was the first interaction. But you can say that right from the jump that, Greta was, attracted to Charlotte. She wanted to know more about her. She wanted to know why is this doctor so mean, but at the same time so mysterious. Like she just wanted to be closer and closer to her. But obviously, Charlotte always, kept it professional, always was like, okay, this is a workspace. I don't know what you want, but me and you, we ain't all of that. So as things start to progress, you can actually see that, there was this whole event at the hospital that Greta actually attended, and Charlotte also came, to basically speak at the event. And that's when things started to make sense for Greta, because Greta was like, does she like woman? Doesn't she like woman? Is she into woman? What's going on with her? Because nobody at the hospital kind of know, her, in this case Charlotte's personal life. And Charlotte was like, she been working here for a long time. How do you guys don't know about her personal life? I want to know. So somewhere, somehow during that specific event is when, Greta actually ends up finding out that Charlotte obviously is into women. In this case, she's a lesbian. And not only that her ex-girlfriend actually went to that event with her new partner because they were expecting a baby. And it looks like, in this case, Charlotte, she would be the doctor to deliver the baby. So that's basically, how in this case Greta end up finding out that Charlotte is in this case into women. So later on, you can see that, Greta, she was like relieved when she found out that Charlotte was into women, because she was like, okay, now I might have a chance with her. Now I might figure out a way that we can actually, be a thing. So then Charlotte ended up giving Greta a ride because she was having problems with her bicycle. And when they were in the car, they almost shared a moment. Obviously, it didn't happen, but, there was almost a kissing moment between the two. So that kind of stuck to Greta's mind. She was like, would we have kids, would we not have kids. So the next day when they actually reunited at the hospital, you can see that it was like an awkward silence because none of them actually knew what went on during the car. It's like, should we speak about it, should we not speak about it, or should we just leave it where it is at. So later on, you can see that Greta was like, okay, I'm just gonna speak about it, I need answers. So in this case, Greta actually approached Charlotte and was like, "Hey, about the other day when we almost, kissed, what happened?" And Charlotte was like, "Hey, I don't know what happened, but it ain't what you think it is." So later on, then Charlotte was also like, "Yes, about the other day, I get it. We began something and we kind of stopped midway, and they actually end up sharing a kiss. So they set up and sharing a kiss and hooking up low key, but things quickly took a turn because Greta started to get way too involved with her. And when I say that, I basically mean that when you meet somebody and you guys are taking things slow and you just go overboard and start to make things way more than what it actually was. Because for me, Charlotte, she was just feeling Greta, trying to get to know her, but also being professional because she is still her boss. But Greta was already like, we are together, we are a union. Like, she was already making things more than what it was actually, the situation between the two. And obviously later on you can also see that Greta was starting to get emotional because she felt like Charlotte was ignoring her, because Charlotte was being a little bit more colder towards her. But on the other hand, Charlotte was like, okay, we kissed, we hooked up, but at the end of the day, I'm still your boss, we still work together, so we need to go very slow in order for us to figure out what is happening here. So they kind of were just on two different pages when it came to that situation and their situation in this case. So later on, as things progress, you can actually see that Charlotte, she actually ends up texting, in this case, Greta, and tell her that they need to end what they have going on. And obviously, Greta didn't took that very well. Even her friend had to stop her and be like, "Hey, she told you she doesn't want to have anything with you. She told you that you guys need to stop to do what you're doing, because at the end of the day, she's still your boss." So that's when Greta was like, "Okay, I'm gonna respect her decision. I'm gonna respect her choice." But she was still like, "Hey, I need answers. I need to know what's going on. Why did you just end things between us? I need information," because Charlotte didn't give her enough information on why she have decided, to end their situation or their, affair in this case. So later on at that last episode where the two were actually seen together, they could say they were like at this event at the hospital and they were just like locking eyes, and obviously Charlotte was keeping it professional, keeping her space, but Greta was just keep looking at Charlotte, keep looking at Charlotte. When you want to speak to somebody, you want to know what's going on, but you also don't want to pressure that person in order to get responses. And then Charlotte actually ends up leaving the room with a nurse. I don't know if that is someone that she's seeing. Hopefully, if there is a season two, we will get answers. But you can see that Greta was actually shocked when she saw, in this case, Charlotte leaving with that specific person. So maybe it's nothing, maybe it is something. Hopefully, there will be a season two. Yes, the show is basically called Push, guys. It's a German TV series, and it actually got amazing ratings. It got a 7 out of a 10 rating, which is pretty amazing if you ask me. I will highly recommend you also go ahead and go watch it. So yes, guys, that's basically it. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Until the next video, I hope you all have enjoyed this one, and goodbye.